AI video generation just crossed a very practical threshold. You can now push quality, speed, and long horizon consistency without paying the usual inference tax. One line of work shows how to distill autoregressive video models into just 1 or 2 sampling steps. Another shows that even the noise you inject at inference can be made smarter, and a third attacks the brutal attention and memory costs that still dominate high-resolution video systems. Put together, the trend is clear. The bottleneck is shifting from can it generate to can it generate efficiently, reliably, and in real time. Here's what's actually changing under the hood. Let's explore the first paper, Causal RCM, a unified teacher forcing and self-forcing open recipe for autoregressive diffusion distillation in streaming video generation and interactive world models. Causal RCM, developed by Tsinghua University, UT Austin, and NVIDIA, extends RCM from standard diffusion distillation to autoregressive video diffusion by pairing teacher-forcing consistency models with self-forcing distribution matching in a single causal recipe. The paper argues that teacher forcing provides the stable forward divergence initialization needed to combat exposure bias, while self-forcing refines the student on its own rollouts to match the inference time distribution. A key technical contribution is the first teacher forcing implementation of continuous time consistency models, including SCM and mean flow, for autoregressive video, enabled by a custom mask flash attention, 2 JVP kernel. This yields 10 times faster convergence than discrete time consistency models, on 1-2, 1-1. 3B, text to video. The distilled model reaches a V-bench, T2, V-score of 84.63 with only 1 or 2 sampling steps, outperforming the 14B bidirectional baseline at 83.35 and prior streaming methods such as self-forcing, long-live, causal forcing, and anyflow. The recipe is staged in 3 phases: TF adaptation, TF-CM distillation, and SF-DMD refinement. And it also extends to NVIDIA Cosmos 3, where the Gen Vision stream is converted into temporal causal autoregressive diffusion for interactive world modeling with action condition control. Let's explore the second paper, Colored Noise Diffusion Sampling. Colored Noise Diffusion Sampling introduces CNS, a training-free inference time sampler for diffusion and flow matching models that replaces uniform white noise injection with time step and frequency-dependent noise coloring. The paper argues that standard SDE solvers waste a finite energy budget because diffusion trajectories resolve low frequencies early and high frequencies late, so CNS uses a progression matrix gamma FT to route variance towards structurally unresolved bands while enforcing global variance conservation. Across ImageNet 256, CNS improves SITXL, 2FID from 8.26 to 6.27, JITB 16 from 32.39 to 26.69, and JITH 16 from 11.88 to 8.31, with CFG gains that remain consistent across solver orders including Euler-Maruyama, Hoyne, SRK2, and SRK2S. The method also transfers to Black Forest Labs, Flux, 1Dev, and Flux. 2 Klein text-to-image pipelines, improving drawbench human preference and alignment metrics without retraining. Ablations show that both global energy misscaling and temporal shuffling sharply degrade quality, confirming that CNS's advantage comes from where and when noise is injected, not just how much noise is used. Let's explore the third paper, OSP Next Efficient High-Quality Video Generation, with sparse, sequence parallelism, high F8 quantization, and reinforcement learning. OSP Next. From the Open Sora Plan team at Peking University, with collaborators at Nanyang Technological University and RabbitPre AI, is a text-to-video diffusion transformer that targets the core bottleneck of quadratic attention by combining skip parse, 2D attention, sparse sequence parallelism, SSP, high F8 quantization, and mixed GRPO reinforcement learning. The paper's key novelty is to apply fixed pattern sparse attention separately along height and width, making the sparsity layout natively compatible with flash attention while better matching video locality than skip parse, 1D. On the system side, SSP exploits local equivalence to switch sparse patterns with a single all-to-all, cutting communication volume by 75% versus Ulysses sequence parallelism. On the optimization side, high F8 is used with coarse per tensor scaling, and the sparse model is post-trained with mixed GRPO using video-aligned rewards for visual quality, motion quality, and text alignment, initialized from 1 to 1 T2V 1 4B, and trained on an internal high-quality video corpus at 81 frames and 720 times 1280. OSP Next reaches a VBench total score of 83.73%, exceeding the WAN 2.1 baseline. In speed tests on NVIDIA H200, it delivers up to 1.64 times single GPU and 1.52 times 8 GPU speedup, while OSP Next High F8 preserves performance with only a 0.4% VBench drop and reaches 2.27 times speedup on a Zen 950 PR. That's a wrap on today's AI paper highlights. Thanks for watching.